His video is going to be quite short. It's Marvel Rivals Season 2.5 tier list, right? We did get a few updates, buffs and nerfs on several characters. The list has gone a few things, like things like the Gamma team up is not really getting banned much. So like I'll be taking like team ups into consideration as well. So let me just start. I'm gonna stop yapping. Adam Warlock, easily. Adam Warlock is probably a C or a B. His ultimate obviously isn't. It's all right. It's very situational. And the only thing Adam Warlock has going for him is his res comp, his damage. He's really strong, and his soul bond. So I would put him in C. He's not a really good healer. He's not a main healer. He's very situational. He's been here like probably like since the start of the game. Right, Groot last season was an S tier character. He got nerfed a bit. He's still really good, but I'm feeling that he's not going to be a top line character here. This season 2.5, I'm feeling it's going to be a lot of range poking. Dive is not really strong. Wolve is still pretty strong, right? And Wolve doesn't get banned as much. So since Wolve is not getting banned as much like a few seasons ago, Groot, Groot's literally smoked. You also have Bucky to worry about. Really good Bucky just smokes Groot's boots. So I think Groot's an A. Panther, really good Panther. Like, it really depends on the player. We have Panthers, at most, I think Panther's like an A tier. It depends on the really good player. But for most players, I'm going to put Panther at a C. Because Panther is really good, but he's not that strong. There are a lot of things that stop him, such as, Emma, Gamma, Namor. You have Peni with the new buffs now. You have several things, other things, you get the idea. Thing with his slam doesn't let you use his abilities. Black Panther's a really good character. I've seen Black Panthers that crap on the back line. Right now, only season 2.5, he's like a C, possibly a B, depending on who uses him. Now, Black Widow is really like the truest character that is about skill, right? It's who is using Black Widow easily, right? Depends. If you have like aimbot or whatever, bro, she's like the best character in the game. But if not, then right, she's like a D tier character. She, as a DPS, she's not really that much of a threat. You're never gonna see a Luna use her ult for a Black Widow. Usually she's really good, right? But same thing with Black Panthers. Who's using her really can bring her up, but most people don't really know how to use her fully, in my opinion. So I would say a D. You don't want to like in high tier, bro. You're probably never gonna see her, which I am. I never see her. Like I see her sometimes, but usually either players are trolling or they're getting kills. But I've seen better Black Widows, but whatever. Hulk's an A. Right, Gamma's really strong right now. I think it's weaker than it was before, right? Since you lose out on Iron Man, but that means it's weaker, but also means that it's getting banned less because there's more threats this season. So Namor and Hulk are being used a lot more this season because they're not really seen as a threat much. Namor did get nerfed, we'll talk about him, but Gamma is pretty strong. Hulk alone, though, is not much of a great character. Like I said, I'm including team-ups in this. But Hulk, at most, is either a B or A tier. It really does depend who's using him, but Cloak, I think, is easily an A tier. Her healing is really good, but her ultimate is one of the worst support ults, right? Because it's really easy to kill. When in Cloak, doing the invincible thing, right, disappearing, it's pretty good. It really comes clutch, especially you have a good Cloak that communicates when she's using it. Cap got nerfed, right? He's not as tanky as he was last season. Most of them probably put him in B. He's not a bad character, right? He's not as tanky as he was last season, thank goodness. He was really annoying. His ultimate is really good still. Obviously, nothing was changed with that. But other than that, he's really still like a mosquito. Last season, he was really unkillable and it was really annoying. This season they were obviously toning it down. And I've been seeing less Captain Americas. The hit, I feel like it was a pretty hard nerf. Strange, right? Strange last season was like a C. I think this season they did. Well, I seem to think they did buff his damage. He's like a B, possibly. I'm seeing more people use him now. He's still not like how he used to be, like, but at most he's like B. I wouldn't say C maybe because he's still used. He could still work. But a lot of people could take him out of his ult. You need a really good Strange to know how to utilize the ultimate and know when to use it. Thor is literally just a DPS disguised in the tank. He's really strong. I put him in B, especially this season. He did get buffed, and nerfed. It was more like a balance change, right? But he is pretty strong. I would give him a B, possibly. It's teetering between C and B because he doesn't, as a tank, he's not really good at being. What I meant by saying this, he's not really good at like being tank wise, like bubbling or having a shield or anything like that. He's more like damage than tank, right? The only thing that makes him really a tank is that he has high health, and that's really it. He doesn't really have any other benefit to the team. He's more, yeah, like literally just a sub DPS kind of tank character. Hela got buffed for some reason this season. Extremely strong still. I think this season though is quite easier to get her out of her ult, because I'll talk about it a bit later, but we have a lot of buffs on like ranged characters, right, including herself. Which if there's another Hela on another team, you're like smoking 99%. If the whole team just focuses Hela, she won't even be in her ult in like a second. So her ultimate, I mean, it depends on what rank you are, but in lower ranks, bro, she gets a lot more, more time on her ultimate, but in higher ranks, it's not even viable anymore. Hawkeye got buffed, extremely strong team up. Only person that's getting banned this season. Him, Hela is getting banned a lot. These ST characters are usually the ones that are getting banned, or not, but still really strong. Don't know why they buffed them, but it was already pretty strong, I think, last season. Like, it really depended on who was using it. But the team of Luna is extremely, I mean, it is broken, right? If you free someone, there's a free headshot, right? So it's pretty strong. Iron Fist did get a nerf on his mobility and shield. It's not really that big of a nerf, I would say. It is a bit minor. But when I was playing him, I see no difference. Maybe it's a little smidge, right? So I think out of all, I mean, I would include him as like a dive character, kind of. Not really, but out of all like the melee characters, he's definitely like the best one. Iron Man is between A and B. He's getting nerfed a lot because of team up with Ultron that basically makes him a good healer, or even better. But Iron Man has really good ult, right? People are like figuring out how to use it more. It's very easy ult, obviously just aim. So like it kills Cloak, it kills Luna, it kills, I mean, every support in their ult, right? It can kill Jeff if you're fast enough and not proc this, right? But Iron Man is really strong. I would put him in A for sure. He obviously loses out on Gamma now, but he's still pretty strong even without it. Jeff is a hard choice because DPS Jeff doesn't exist anymore. But now I feel like Jeffs are playing a more healing oriented, and like I said, team ups are being included. Jeff does have a good amount of healing, but his team up is extremely OP. You thought Johnny and Storm was OP. I mean, this is unbeatable, right? Jeff Nato. He also does team up with Venom, even though it's not really that strong, but either him getting banned or Storm mostly. Let me just do Storm real quick, right? Storm also got buffed. Extremely strong, a lot more damage, and has an incredibly OP team up. OP, right? Always ban this character because this team up is extremely strong, and since it's pretty early, not a lot of people know what to do against it. Like, there's not really much you could do against it, honestly. It's just running around, spread out. Loki, I think especially with the buffs in range characters, I think having Loki clones is going to be extremely, I mean, it's just going to be difficult to keep these up. But I think he's an A tier character. His healing is really good, but Loki is also one of the type of healers where, like, it really, or characters that really depends on who is using it to make it up, right? Luna, S tier, does more damage, but her ult is a bit more, takes a bit longer to get. But she can 2-ping 250 health, right? Characters, she does a lot more damage now. S tier character, right? Best ultimate in the game since day one. Yeah, and team up with Hawkeye. Magik is not up here. She's C tier. I might even put her in D tier. I think Magik, especially this season, I've not seen any Magics. Magik is very, I wouldn't even say niche, because right, as a DPS, she's pretty good like at diving, but this season, like the meta's been like kind of like triple healer. I've been seeing a lot, like since Ultron is not really a main healer, I've been seeing a lot of triple healer, and that's not a fun time for Magik. So I think Magik, out of all the dive characters, right, it is probably like, I don't know, the easiest one to kill. I'm not gonna lie. In her ultimate, I mean, it's just like there's so many characters that just grab her and just smoke her boots. It's just over. She doesn't really do that much damage. It's not really a big of a threat too. Magneto obviously got buffed for some reason this season. He's even stronger. Invincible shield. He has bubble, and one of the best ultimates in the game. Mantis is like a B tier character, I think. She's a good healer, but she's very situational. Right, she's an off healer. So usually you're either playing her between 3 healers, or if you're really good Mantis, you could play her with like 1, but it's two, 1 main healer. Ultimate though, I feel like is literally like a worse version than Luna's. She's really easy to kill, and Jeff can get her out. She's not unmovable. Moon Knight is like a B tier character. His ultimate is really strong. It really does depend who's using him, but really he just does a lot of damage. I think he's an A tier or B tier character. Namor got buffed, extremely strong, right? And I think he still holds this position as like the best anti-dive character, or good reason why these characters are down here, including with Emma and stuff. Peni, I think, is a D tier character. I still hold, right? Obviously, it's a character really depends on who's using it, but generally, she really doesn't benefit the team at all. Her ultimate is dog water still. It's literally the worst ultimate in the game. And her mines are pretty good, right? Basically, the way you want to play her is to take control of like higher positions, basically lock out areas. She's been getting buffed and buffed and buffed, but even still, like I can't put her anywhere else, right? She's an annoying character, but it really depends on who's using her. Psylocke did get a bit of a nerf. Still really good character, and depends who's using her. I think easily an A tier character, right? These A tier characters are really good. Punisher got buffed. Usually he would be like here or here, and he really need to rock his team up. But now I think, especially with his movement, he just does more damage. It's really teetering between A and B. I think I'm gonna put him in A. His ultimate feels way better since he can move faster. The thing is, team up with, right, considering team up, it's her team up with Punisher, right? It only benefits her, and it's not that good. So yeah, I think Punisher either between A and B. Rocket, A tier, S tier, I mean. He lost out on the Punisher buff, and now he has the Peni buff. But like, it's not really that crazy. I've gotten a few kills with the Peni mines with him. Still a really good character, incredible high healing, has a res that comes up every 40 seconds, right? And then has a really good ultimate. I think one of the best healers in the game. Still, Scarlet is probably like a D tier, S tier, C tier, D tier probably. Ultimate is still really easy to get it out of. You have so many stunning characters. I mean, if you get killed by this, I mean, you're a noob. Am I a noob? Spider-Man is like a B tier. Also, team up with Scarlet. It's pretty strong with Strange, but it's just a bunch of damage. I would say, especially like with Punisher, Punisher's a bit like her, but better. And you don't need to team up with Strange. Squirrel Girl is A tier too. Like all these characters right here are all just high damage, right? These characters are like finishing characters. These characters, like, they do a lot of damage, right? And I don't know, Squirrel Girl just hasn't been like touching the wall, but she is. That sounded wrong, but she's really strong. She does a lot of damage. All right, she's really annoying. Good movement, a good ult, but Really does depend where you throw it, because if you just throw it out, people are going to destroy it easily in like an open area. It really depends on how you use your ultimate. But otherwise, she's a really good character. She's a threat. Star-Lord, S tier, incredible ultimate. I think he did get a buff in his ultimate, but it takes longer now to get. His team up, does he even have a team up? He has the res comp team up. The thing is with that team up, right, is you have to run Adam Warlock, and sometimes it's good, right, if you have these 3 characters. Then, like, I mean, these all 3 characters could be like in here if you have res comp, right? He's really strong. Depends on who's using him, but he's really evasive, and I mean, he's really good. Still one of the best characters in the game. Venom is probably A tier, really tanky. You know, if you're gonna use dive, you have to probably most likely run Venom. I mean, you don't have to, but it's really helpful because he really takes the you know, he distracts characters. That's what his, you know, his thing is. He does a lot of damage, and his ultimate, you time it correctly, you could kill people. Bucky's probably S tier still. He's just still extremely strong. Ultimate strong. Everything's strong about him. Wolverine is A tier. Also, his team up is pretty mid, but if he has it, you know, it's not gonna make him worse or better. I mean, it's a bit better, but it's whatever. Wolverine is extremely strong, right? Because he's basically our only tank buster, and he's been the strongest character since, you know, because he's the only tank buster we have. But there are times where he gets shut down. There's a lot of counters of Wolverine. So yeah, Mr. Fantastic is like a B tier character, maybe A. He's tanky. He's been getting buffed. He's a good amount of damage, but otherwise, I think I mean, he's a really easy character to use. I'm gonna leave him at B, because his ultimate is really strong, but it's not that hard to like die. It's like if you have a good team and they're all healing each other. Invisible Woman, this one's a bit tricky for me. I think she's in B. Her ultimate is pretty good, but I feel like it takes a bit of while to get. She has her push and pull, which is really strong. She counters Wolverine. I mean, she counters a lot of ultimate. She could push. I mean, I'd rather have a cloak. I mean, Invisible Woman than a cloak. So I'm gonna leave her in S. I think that's safe. Human Torch did get nerfed. I think he's still a strong character. I mean, no, he's still really strong. He does a lot of damage, and I mean, he could do it all. You know, he's everything. He's like a dive kind of character. He can fly. He's a flyer, right? If you ban Hela, obviously, or like any other, I mean, Hela is the main anti-fly, so people are banning Storm and stuff. He's actually getting more free time than last season, so he's not bad. I think his ultimate's kind of you know, but it's whatever. Thing is like an A tier character, a lot of counter to dive. Emma also did get nerfed, but a little buff right to her range. It depends. I would put her in S maybe. She's really strong, but I've been playing her. I don't think she's that strong anymore. Right, she got nerfed everything, damage and her shield. I mean, they weren't like huge nerfs, but very slightly. I mean, she counters basically all the dive characters. It's just her ultimate now, like especially in high rating, it really does depend what rating you are, but in high ranking, her ultimate is pretty easy to dodge. Like, you know, just maps, especially the new map, which I hate. You could just hide behind a corner and you're good. Ultron, new character. Now, I haven't played this guy, but from what I've seen, he was getting trashed on for being trash. From what I've seen, right, and used him in the training and playing gameplay, his ultimate is all right. It does good amount of healing. He's pretty easily to kill. Like, he can't get pulled, but he's killable in the air. I think he's more scary against squishy characters, right? Like his ultimate can kill like Punisher or something like that, but someone like Magneto or like a tank, you know, is not really worrying that much. Actually, I just noticed Magneto's the only tank I put in S here. I think so. I think that's true. Ultron, right, and he does a good amount of healing. This thing is pretty good. It really, like, I think I've seen this a lot, but people are saying, I've been saying this too, that it really does depend on who is using him. But he's like a DPS healer. I mean, from the way people are playing him, I'm seeing a lot of triple healers, and he's been doing work. as a DPS character. So I think I'm gonna actually put him A tier, maybe S. It depends. But right now, from what I've seen, this is pretty early in the season. We're only like 4 days in. Right? Don't get mad that I put Peni or these characters in D tier, which I personally think they are. But most people are probably gonna agree and put them either in C or D, or maybe even like, I don't know, B. But at most, I don't think these characters are getting higher than this, right? But this is just like a little guide, right? Not really a guide, but like a little indication what I'm seeing right now in this meta for 2.5, right? Season 2.5. And what rank am I? I'm in like, Celestial 2. I haven't been playing that much, but I'm going to get back to Eternity very soon. And probably top 500 because I'm the GOAT. But yeah, that's all. A little tier list video. And I hope you enjoyed, and share your comments down in the comments section, and do whatever discussion you want. And if you disagree with me, whatever, just say it. I don't, something like that. I'm just yapping too much, but I think it's true. Did I even mention Spider-Man? I don't even think I mentioned Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah, I hate this guy.